Hello class, hello Dr. Muller, hi everyone else. So today let's talk about my wonders. I've actually wondered about a lot of things. Some of them are miscellaneous and some of them are actually some serious topics. And today I decided to wonder about morality. So as you know, I'm Asian and there's a stereotype that Asian parents are mostly very strict. Indeed, my parents are very strict. So then I believe that the reason of who I am today is because of how they taught their version of morality to me. So their version of right and wrong is what shaped me to become who I am today.
干嘛呀你啊？每天那么多作业，起来也不起来，作业也不做，是不是白天睡到12点，然后晚上呢就不想睡觉，就是很多作业都是在骗我的，是不是？这么多作业，家里乱七八糟的都不收拾一下，什么都乱七八糟的，为什么也不做？长这么大了，什么事情都不做，什么都是你妈在做，你好意思吗你？以后在家就不用读书了，拿着家去上班了，嘿，你又怎么样啊？你是不是又讨厌你们居民爱了？哦，当然讨厌我，你居民养爱了我，你看你前一点就来，你又怎么样？对，跟你怎么样？
Now you see what we have to go through almost daily, and I know it's annoying, but hey, here I am, and that's what made me who I am today. And I'm actually glad that my mom really took her time to yell at me and teach me her moralities. But anyway, let's jump to the main topic. You know, we all know that morality has a lot of different categories to go into, so it's hard for me to decide where I started. So first, what I did was I had one question in mind. Was morality determined by the society? So when I researched about that question, I came across with a blogger named Marty Clapp, and he wrote that basically the society does not determine morality, because when you look back at situations and at how things were, like for example, this Flora activist, they were doing the moral stance of things. Even though they were protesting against the society, their actions were moral, even now and then. So then, morality is not determined by society. Even though that is debatable, but I would go with that. And then I started researching morality and science and their relations together. And I came across with a lot of different articles actually, and one of them says that science tells you what morality is, and that will determine how you will act. So he compared it to physical health, which made more sense. It's that science tells you how to be healthy, and then if you follow those rules, you will then be healthy. So I think science might tell us what the correct how we morally act, and those would actually lead us to having good morals. And then I came across a different article that opposes what Sam Harris said, what I said in the previous section of the video, that if you know all the facts, it doesn't mean that you will actually act the exact same as how science wants you to act. So even if you know all the facts to being healthy, you like following those rules that science tells you doesn't necessarily makes you healthy. It might actually change, like, because everyone's different, everyone's mindset's different, their body's different, so it might not necessarily bring you to the same result. And I do actually agree with him on his views that science might not necessarily make you a better person just by following what science says, because everyone's different and everyone has different mindset, different body. And I really do agree that our difference needs to be embraced, and we shouldn't really follow one direction. Well, not to you, Callie, not that One Direction band, but like one direction, like one mindset that's going around in this society. Then I came across another article written by Jeffrey Kolger, and he talked about a lot of points on morality actually. Morality is not only in human, animals also have morality, and society often do set the moral values for everyone else to follow. Let's say the Good Samaritan law, and which gives us duty to help others. And that is a moral act, that is indeed a moral act. And sometimes people even go beyond the Good Samaritan. A case that was very interesting and very inspiring that Jeffrey Kolger showed me was the Wesley Autry case. And it was about this man who, it's a true story by the way, he was in New York and he jumped in front of a subway train in order to save a young man that was having a seizure that accidentally fell into the tracks. And this man, Wesley, he saw the train approaching, but he still jumped in and covered himself on top of the young man in order to save that man. And when people asked him if he ever regretted that decision, he never did. He was so glad that he did it he's so glad that he saved another person. And that really made me think there are a lot of good citizens out there. There are a lot of good morals out there, and which makes me question, how do we gain our morals? Well, the Kohlberg theory tells us how we gain our morals as we develop, as we mature throughout the ages. So first, when we are a young kid, a young child, we develop our morality due to a fear of punishment. Then, when we were punished, we always recognize that the act that we did was wrong. And even though sometimes we'll be mad at our parents for punishing us, but we do know that the act that we did was indeed wrong, and we often change our actions to adjust the morality. And then we started developing our own views of morality. Like, let's say, I believe throwing a teddy bear on the floor is wrong, so I would not do it myself, you know? And then I started, well, not I, but we will start to act accordingly to our surroundings, like following laws that are established and following what our parents tell us to do. And then we started noticing our own individual rights, like, you know, our amendments as being a citizen, or within the house, our rights to do whatever we want in our rooms without our parents yelling at us. Yeah, so these are the Kohlberg theory and how we learned our morality throughout our ages as we mature. And then I came across another article that talks about how we determine our moral decisions and why we make them that way. There is University of Virginia, which is where I found this article. And they were saying that our moral decisions are first based on our gut and feelings, that we feel that this action is right, and then we try to gain support that, like, try to argue our way that, oh, this is right because so and so, trying to force arguments together and to for them to build up on each other and gain support on our argument. And then we would build communication so that we will spread the news so that people will be like, oh yeah, I think she's right, or I think he's right, and I will follow his or her view that way. So then a lot of our moral decisions will then spread and become moral, even though at first they just started as a gut feeling. Which, I mean, like, it makes sense. I think it makes sense. Truly, it does make sense, and that probably happens in a lot of ways, especially in politics. I do agree.
One last thing that I found super interesting in my research is the trolley dilemma. I'm not sure if any of you have ever heard of that, but it's basically a scenario where there is a out-of-control train that is approaching the track and it's about to crash 5 unsuspecting people, and you're right next to the scene. And if there's a switch nearby, where you can basically use the switch and divert the train to another track that only has one person standing there, and that person also did not know the train was approaching. But would you be the one? Would you use that switch to save the 5 people and sacrifice one person? And many people actually said yeah, they would do it. And I thought about if I were in the case, I probably would do it also. But then they changed up the scenario a little bit. Now there's a bridge, and you're on top of a bridge with another person. And there was a train coming, right? And there's still that 5 people standing there that didn't know the train was coming. And this time, there were no other tracks. There were no switches you can use. But what you can do is push that innocent person right next to you off the track to use his body to stop the train from keep going and crash into that 5 people. Would you do that? Would you push that person off the bridge and let him die and save the other 5? It's the same concept of sacrificing one and saving the other 5. And surprisingly, a lot of people said they won't do that. They would not push off that person. And scientists have researched about why people wouldn't do that, and they were thinking of something with the mind. But personally, I think it's because that person does not want to be the murderer to push that person down. If I say that that person can use a switch and that switch will somehow push the person down there, I'm pretty sure that person will use the switch, and then afterwards and say that, oh, I was doing it to save the 5 and sacrifice 1. But then when that person had to physically push that one person off the bridge, and in order to save the other 5 and see that blood is seeing, the person does not want to be the murderer in the case. They are saving the 5, yeah, but they don't want to be the guilty one that was doing the shameful one that was doing the guilty act. And that's what I think.
Now, that's it, everyone. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up and tell Dr. Muller how much you like it so that she can give me a good grade. Thank you all. Have a great day.